How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional day. All right, so today's word of the day is king. Stands for the male ruler of an independent state, especially one who inherits the position by right of birth. I love the fact that more and more people, especially within the African American community, are actually referred to each other as kings instead of the negative N word, and showing kings, boss, or all that good stuff. That's coming to. I see a lot of that coming back into the form, and I really love that and respect it all at the same time. So that's one thing. Two, regardless of where you live, whether you own a place, whether you rent a place, you need to approach things like a king of your castle. It's in your best interest to approach. I always say, people, you are whether you have a job or whether you own a business, you are the CEO of your own life. And don't cry like a baby when you are put in a specific situation where you have to deal with someone else's nonsense, because you got to say to yourself, I mean, whether it's on your job, whether it's a customer for business that you own, you have to say to yourself, okay, how not only am I going to handle this in a great and professional manner, but how am I actually going to approach this from a king perspective and not just from a whiny crybaby perspective? And what is my bottom line? I think more and more working people need to have that business mentality where they're like, hey, what is my bottom line? I'm here to provide a service or make a specific item, fix certain things so I can get paid a certain amount of money. So, and then what is my bottom line when I leave the job? What is the bottom line for my money after I've paid my bills, after I've bought clothing and taken care of my family and myself? What is the economic bottom line? I can never answer that question for you. Let me know what your economic bottom line is, especially with us being in a new year. I would hope that you want this year to end differently than last year. I know I do, from an economic perspective. But anyways, definitely wanted to talk about that, and just keep it simple, because I'm thinking about doing something on Instagram today and just going live and talking about specific things that are actually happening right now. So we'll see what happens, because I'm live on Instagram right now. But today's quote of the day is by Mr. Morrison. Love the great stuff that he's been doing from an economic perspective down in Atlanta, spiritual perspective, financing people's deal. He has his Tulsa real estate fund. I'm a part of it. I love what's going on with it. And like I said, the people that are making economic moves are the ones that matter the most in today's world, not the ones that are just sitting in a political office giving a good, heartfelt speech. Those days are done, especially for me. Mr. J. Morrison said, be strong enough to give anyone enough power, to never give anyone enough power over you that they make you move how they would have you move. That makes you a pawn. Very true. As opposed to a king or a queen, play your position, hashtag in real life 100. All right. Now, I agree with this statement 100%, because at the end of the day, the education system and the working system is built to lead people as a pawn. But though the only way you are built as a pawn is because you live in the United States of America. I can't speak in other countries, but you have the opportunity. You live in the United States of America. You are a pawn until you know that you are not that you are being played, because you're not doing specific things. So I made a video months ago about the rules of chess and how you might be in a specific position. Now, hey, we've all been pawns in our lives, whether you're a working person, whether you own a business, things of that nature. You're a pawn if you only accept the information that's given to you from an economic perspective, from a health perspective, and you don't do any of your own due diligence and say, okay, here's the information that's presented to me. What other additional information can I find? What other additional people can I have a conversation with? It's like, great example, Master P paid thousands of dollars to have I think an hour conversation with, at the time, Michael Jackson's lawyer, in order for him to figure out how to get the best record deal for his company and not just get a record deal as a rapper. So he had to pay for that time and do the due diligence, do the work. It's the same thing that goes for working people and people that own a business. Not only getting access to the information, but getting access to the right people that's going to be able to give you a blueprint of how you're going to want to proceed in life, and not just play the working game and economic game just like the people used to in the baby boomer generation, where I'm just going to have a job for 30 to 40 years and life's going to go on and we're going to be all hunky dory and la da 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 da. That time is over with. Everybody knows that. The pandemic, we got to see that more so. So it's in your best interest you're going to be able to escape being a pawn and be able to be a king or a queen when you figure out how to build your own empire and build your own kingdom in your own little way. Now, however that looks for you, let me know in the comment section. I have my own version. I'm sure you guys have your own. My version is basically being able to make money while I sleep, as they call it, the mailbox money, and to be able to connect with people that are investors and business-minded people. That's what that, and because that way I can learn from them, they can learn from me, and that's just what it is. We all have an opportunity to learn something new every day. If you've seen, got another new book I saw from a YouTuber that he always has in his background, talks about the new geography of jobs and whatnot. And that's just something to take into consideration because not only just jobs, but where the jobs are going to create it, the mindset of the people that have the jobs, not just accepting the information that you've been given because that's an easy way for people that are above you to go dance puppet stance, So anyways, do the great 3 things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves or you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care, family.